Why didn't my mic go on? There it is. Hello, friends, foes, and familiars. I am Dragons and Cats, and I am here tonight to bring you through a wonderful game of Dungeons and Dragons with my friends in Dragon's Brew D&D. Let's go around and introduce you to our players, and we'll also do a quick little tidbit from last session. We'll start off with Probod.
Hello, I'm Rob playing Ikran, the Asimir Druid. And last week we killed a dragon, a green dragon.
Indeed.
I'm going to leave the rest for everyone else.
Yes, and we'll do a massive shout out to Viridian Knight. Oh my fucking god, everyone gets 3 luck die.
Oh my god.
And tell us a little more of Viridian Knight about what happened last session and who you're playing.
So, we didn't. So, just in case you didn't catch last episode, I was playing Macath, the Tiefling Draconic Sorcerer, who put on the white dragon mask, and it kind of bonded with the her white dragon blood, causing her to become, I guess it's a half dragon-ish creature.
Yeah.
I haven't really confirmed what she is yet.
No.
And she wore the mask due to the fact that her great grandma, who's a white dragon, was controlled by the green dragon that we defeated. And we managed to snap her out of it, and we continued fighting.
Indeed.
And doing things such as...
Such as what? Bonewave.
I'm Luke, or Bowman, playing Casimir, the Tiefling Illusion Wizard. So after Macath bonded with the mask and we killed Sharax, the ancient green dragon, we finished wrapping up the Battle of Law, and we found out that some of our allies, I guess, were kidnapped or taken during the battle. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure what the good word just to sum them into one group is. They're kind of like our underlings. Some of them were taken during the battle, so we went to search for them. And we found traces of teleportation and blood at the bottom of the keep. So we have big concerns for them.
Indeed, and guess who forgot to do cameras? I don't know how to. You know, I'm just gonna.
Let's go. Swap them around.
Yep.
Yeah, then we should have introduced ourselves as the other character.
Yeah, I did Ikram last week. That was pretty smooth.
It was actually.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for that calamity. As you can tell,
Nice kebab you got there, Rob.
Pro streamers. And we'll pick up with.
I'm trying to eat this
Damn,
cleanly.
a body swap episode would be great.
Yeah.
That would be really funny, actually.
What would Casimir get up to in Sandstorm's body?
Just sign over the deed to Rubicard.
Well, Sandstorm's technically dead. Anyway,
Yeah, we already figured out that Casimir was the one inheriting the place.
as you ran back into BM Curfew, who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Brad playing Belvin, the human paladin. Just rejoined the group after the battle. He was fighting in the front lines with recently revived Sir Istival, and pretty much went up and apologized to the group, and was hoping to rejoin. That's the last time I remember.
And with that, Belvin rejoined the group after learning about his brother's demise at the hands of Sharax and the fate of the G-Force unfortunately coming to its end.
I will also say, on an important note, that Belvin wasn't exactly welcomed with open arms by everyone.
He kind of deserved that.
Yeah. It was not like a surprise.
I just wanted to make that clear in case people were like, why are we all not?
Oh, hey, Belvin's back.
This is normal.
Everybody
Belvin
knows
was a
that.
dick to us.
How dare he?
You abandoned us.
Truly did.
Yes.
Anyway,
but his help is very needed.
Truly. After a few troops were told by Sharax her last gifts telling of the Red's legacy still lives within her aunties. To a small village that thrives thanks to her parents, the Zonthal Teller awaits. To Casimir, the summoning ritual is ready, and that the leaders of the Cult of the Dragon have been sailing the astral sea on the edge of reality thanks to his Thayan friend, Raf Modar. He was told to follow the girl who would lead him to the source of the horns of Her Majesty's horn. To Ikram, the Metallics have been debating ever since his awakening in Chult. Though the King of Justice is blind by his hate, but you will see the light which will guide all the aspects of Tiamat together. And Amalia got a little spiel, but she is way too busy at the moment playing cleanup and commander at Lork.
Yes. It was pretty much just about Belvin, so.
Yeah. Belvin's come to rejoin you. Well, Amalia did get a little bit of a future reading as well, but they have his sister, and in place of the mask, only the strongest connected to the Dragon Queen will supplement one of her aspects. So, we rejoin our party tonight as they just teleport into the town of Riverguard. There's the rush you are all familiar with now through the teleportation circle. As you bamf on in to the the peaceful ambience of Riverguard, truly. But off in the distance, you know from the Dragon Brew, and you can hear the rabble of celebration and victory. It is late at night. There is a rain, and it's not heavy. It's a medium, the light wind. Like most of today, it has been a constant downpour. The Night Guard are on full duty at the moment. The keep itself is relatively abandoned, though, at this point, as most of those who live and work in the area, other than a couple of basic servants, such as Ramsey, some of the more higher tier guards, and Colvin, are working through, taking to their own needs and business through the keep, even during victory, celebrating in their own way. You teleport in, you can see that George is across from the teleportation circle at the entrance of the great keep of Riverguard. He signs to you hello in his typical greeting. Although it's a little bittersweet when he notices that the... how are you all transporting Sandstorm?
Discreetly.
Yeah, actually, how were we? I don't know if anyone was carrying.
It. Oh, I imagine Belvin would be the one to carry him.
Yeah.
But who was carrying him originally?
Ota.
Ota? Yeah.
Yeah,
Because she was the muscle.
Yep. Okay, yep.
Yeah, Otar has handed Sandstorm over to
You gonna carry that weight, Belvin.
Belvin. As George sees Belvin, he covers his mouth, a little in shock as he comes into the torchlight around the keep to see a deceased Lord of Riverguard.
Belvin will just go straight to Sandstorm's room.
Claw on Bag and Nails does follow you. He's still grievously injured, but he will do anything to protect his friend and king.
Yep. Belvin will kind of just look over at Bag and Nails, and he'll just place a hand on his shoulder, and he'll heal some of his wounds.
Okay, do some healing for me.
He'll pump 30 hit points in him.
Yep, to it. Yeah. 30 for Bag and Nails.
Just enough for his heals not to affect him right now.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in need of that.
Yeah.
The rest of you stand out in the rain. Keith, Otar, Casimir, and Ikram. You're all bloodied, kind of saturated at this point, and a little exhausted. What would you like to do at this current time? You do see Belvin walking up with Bag of Nails into the keep. George opens the doors completely and rings a bell, which the rest of the guards understand due to his nature is him calling for help. As Aranis, the captain of the night guard, comes over and signs to George what happened. George signs back and points to Belvin. It doesn't take long for Aranis to know that Sandstorm has passed. Hey, Fernando. Hello. Welcome.
So do we want to reincarnate him? Is that what we decided, or do we want to hit up the clerics and see if we can...
Do you say that in character?
Yeah, I'm saying this to the group.
We should discuss it in private.
Oh, I thought this was like... yeah, okay.
I'd say it would go up, like follow.
Yeah, I was kind of jumping ahead, sorry.
Oh, good. Well, you can jump ahead as you all enter, if you wish, into the Great Hall of Riverguard. Belvin could already be upstairs by this point. Niffle and Heim are there, actually just going hard on some pastries that have been left over. And they turn and look, and they cast their eyes to the one with gigantic wings and very draconic nature, and they take a pause for a moment.
She'll sort of bend down to their level and give them a knowing smile.
Ma! And they're just gonna wrap around it. Heim goes, it's just as cold as you, but now you're even colder. It's wonderful. Basically rubs his scale up against yours. It's a very strange sensation now, seeing as the majority of your body is covered in fine scales.
Well, now I look more like you.
We want to be big and strong like you too. Is everything okay with Mr. Storms?
Yeah, he's just he's in a very deep sleep. We need to use some strong magic to wake him up.
Oh, okay. We'll be quiet tonight then if we go to the kitchen.
Yeah, maybe. You know what? I'm sure they could use your help in the kitchen. You could bake something really nice for him.
At that
Had a
point,
very rough day.
at that point, you see like if you look to the kitchen, you do see Ramsey, the orc chef, walking past, and he just hears you saying that. Goes, kind of a bit peeved, as in I'm watching you two.
I'm sure Ramsey.
We kind of got into the sweets. We kind of got into the apples.
Okay, the apples are kind of okay, but apples need to be shared for everyone. Sweets are not going to make you big and strong. You can either be very good boys and go to the kitchen and help Ramsey. If you don't have any sweets, and I will talk to Ramsey, I will give you a sweet before bed. Or you can go to my room and go and read a book. But Mum needs to go right now. Okay?
Okay, we'll go see go to the kitchen. And the two men
She'll give him a kiss on the head. Kiss on the head and then follow everyone else.
The rest of you. Casimir, Ikram.
Head upstairs.
Have we? Yeah.
Because Belvin said he was going to Sandstorm's room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just gonna lay him down in his bed.
So he's comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just more so I know whether I need to prep this spell or not as well.
Yeah, and then
You'd need a rest to do that anyway.
waiting to discuss in a private room at least. as
We
well.
should just announce it.
And you do return to a private room. All things considered, the keep itself
Does
is all...
Ikram have a skewer as well?
I'm going to say, yeah, he picked up a kebab on the way through.
Just got bugs on it.
Exactly.
Like the water, as in like the water bugs. So it's like on a skewer, but they're like this fucking big.
Exactly. It's like Timon picks it up like,
It's not a,
ooh,
it's
ooh,
not
the
a
little
skewer,
green
it's a
kind.
spear. It's got an entire fucking spear full of these huge bugs.
Why do you think I gave him the arrow of fate? Anyway.
That's all it's for.
Not for slaying dragons and stuff.
Yeah. So you do enter into Sandstorm's chamber, the master bedroom. You already know for a fact that the entire keep itself is protected by private sanctums and magical defenses to protect from scrying and magical intrusion as well.
Mm-hmm. So, I suppose we should discuss what to do with Sandstorm. We know we can reincarnate him, as Belvin once was, or we can seek an outside source to help us bring him back as he was.
I'll leave that one up to you guys. I'm more than happy to reincarnate.
It is not my place. I don't think it's my place to comment.
Belvin?
Even at this point, I don't know if I myself have the right to make a decision for him, but if I had to say, I'd say he would want to be brought back to the way he is.
I'm of the same mind.
Because,
His heritage meant much to him.
and let's be honest, can you picture Sandstorm as anything else?
Yes.
And Kaz is just going to imagine Sandstorm like doing his like weird cat things as a human, and just sort of like cringe a bit.
Yeah.
I just lean over and be like, "Ah, fuck."
Okay, everyone can have inspiration for that. That was great.
It would be very interesting for the crown of Mesro to belong to a non-tabaxi.
Would it even function? Is another question.
I mean, he'd have the same blood, but
Would he? If he was reincarnated?
true.
He would have the same soul, but not the same body.
Well, it's all hypothetical, these questions. We do have a known ally in Anna?
Now.
Ella.
That's the one.
Ella, the cleric of Bahamut. Surely she should be able to get here pretty quickly if we contact her soon. I did see her on the battlefield today, so maybe she'd need a day to recover.
Ooh, anyone we call on will need time.
You can have time. Like, isn't a few days, right? And Casimir could also teleport them here.
I thought you were going to make a plant joke, honestly.
In the meantime, Kaz is going to gentle repose Sandstorm just to preserve his body. Because it's only been, like a couple of hours since he died, basically?
Well, no, a lot, actually.
It's been like 9 hours.
I was going to say, he died halfway through the day, before we even got there, so...
Well, if he had a chance, he would have done it earlier.
Yeah.
As soon as you'd seen the body, you would have.
I figured it after the battle.
Yeah.
So he's fucking pristine condition corpse still.
Still pristine condition.
Yeah.
Collector's edition.
You're doing a great job.
Granted, I don't think Sandstorm was in pristine condition at the time of the battle.
No.
Original condition, okay?
I think he had some.
Even there, he's got some
Slightly
claw marks.
used.
Slightly.
No. It's original condition, guys.
Just out of the packet.
Partial
Yep.
one.
So,
he should be fine in here. I think you guys deserve a well-earned celebration with everyone at the tavern. I heard you guys did some really good work over the last few weeks.
Kaz will look
Should
around.
kiss ass.
What?
Ikram said that in character.
Yeah, I said that in character.
Well, I'm just speaking true, Ikram. It was, as you probably don't really believe me at this point in time, but it was hard for me to be away from you all, so just hope from here we can build up our relation to what it was, but I'm not expecting it soon. But if you just give me...
Belvin, I plan to work you extra hard.
Well...
So you can earn that trust back.
Well, you'll be... I can assure you I'm good for it. Whatever you want me to do.
Anything.
Should the rest of us leave the room, or?
Yeah, that sounds like some
Jesus.
dangerous words.
Yeah.
Guys, get your head out of the gutter.
No.
Tom's dead body is right there.
Come on, guys, have some fucking respect.
I am no longer comfortable being in this room, or with you two being in this room.
Sandstorm opens his eyes, just like,
While my
what?
friend is dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you were doing Sandstorm then. Like,
No.
back from the dead.
Banging
What the
nails.
fuck, guys?
Well...
I forgot he was there, to be honest.
Well, I'm gonna go down and have a drink.
Are we telling everyone about this?
Well, I imagine word will spread, but Or
Just
Ikram. No, sorry, Belvin fell before,
Well-
but we brought him back.
I was gonna say, they've been a part of one of our deaths, a couple of our deaths before.
that is
Ikram's,
true,
mine.
but the death of a leader does affect morale. So
We can tell
On
them
the
after
return,
At least
Yeah.
will affect.
that is true, but still, for this moment,
Maybe-
I just want to know how open we are with being. With
maybe
everyone.
we don't say anything about it tonight. Let everyone celebrate the victory of the day. We do not need to solemn the mood. Because, he'll be back. So, come on. All of you
choices.
look like you need a drink. I bet you it's been a big day for everybody here.
Yeah, let's go.
Is
We need to do anything with him.
back?
What
With
was
her?
it?
With Sandy.
Yeah, with Sandy.
Make
Leave
a
him in the bed with your your repose or
What?
I don't know.
Antis, make a perception check, because you knew she'd left into the sky after
Really would prefer to not have a massive ancient white dragon that people aren't quite aware of where she stands just flying around.
Oh yeah, and she understands subtlety as well.
She's the epitome. Have you guys ever seen it's a Tumblr post in which it's like, pray for my grandpa, like he's not doing too well, and then the post underneath is, stop praying for my grandpa, he's far too strong.
I've seen that one. It's beautiful.
I got a 15.
On a 15, you realize that she would more than likely sneak back in under the cover of night, or very late into the evening. You know, she keeps...
Can disguise herself.
That's true too. Exactly. So she'd sneak in under the cover of night,
That's true.
like
Yeah,
a good cat does. Ain't that right, Sandstorm?
Sandstorm doesn't leave the house.
And he's dead.
He's
Well,
no!
technically, he doesn't leave the house.
This is why Sandstorm doesn't leave the house. Anyway,
We're not going to bring this up.
continuing on. You know, she will more likely come back around about midnight, especially
Okay.
if she needs to feed or has to do the actual fly back, unless she steals someone's ability to teleport again.
That's true.
I mean, tension's pretty high with the whole Avi being mind controlled and turning against this thing. She kind of fucked us up.
Yeah, Antis is just gonna wait, and once it hits later on in the night, she'll go and check if she's back.
Okay.
She's smart enough to know, like, not to just fucking be a dragon
Oh yeah, absolutely.
around.
She's very aware of.
I
herself.
imagine we probably would have been able to see her. She probably just went out of view.
Oh yes, she used
Shapeshift.
Yeah, she used the clouds as cover usually to get away from the entire battlefield, and then just shapeshifts.
Yeah. Hopefully something with wings.
Like a bird.
Like a bird. But yeah, she'll join the others then.
Okay. So, Belvin, Antis, and Ikram are going to the Dragon's Brew Inn. And Casimir is...
Casimir would be working on this thing.
Okay. What is Casimir working on?
His next move, really.
Okay.
Kaz would be in his study, investigating his cube.
Okay.
Because it spoke to him.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Can I luck die that?
You can luck that.
Actually, I'll inspiration, because I just got that.
Exactly. You guys got inspiration, so use it. Go on ahead.
So much better.
Even though you,
It's still an 18.
I mean, it's still a really good roll.
still a really good roll. Even though you've solved the quote puzzle cube, the cube's puzzle plenty of times, getting it to where it's at the point where it's going to be able to communicate to you is another tier of complexity. You're in this tied state, not to. You don't have the mental capacity to really go through with looking into the sentience of the cube, if it actually at all exists.
Just in my current state, I'm just tired, basically.
Yeah, but you know, there's something there. There's a tinge of something in the air from it, and especially with the, especially from visions you've had in the past, where you saw another 4 actual glyphs that were flashing in and out of existence that you couldn't pinpoint during your glance into the mirror in Sharax's vision, Sharax's lair. You do recognize the Krigg and the Worm and the Ven glyph throughout it. Though, yeah, you were just a little bit too exhausted to be invoking the higher powers of the Die of the Divine. Basically, you're a bit tired to activate its god level.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carl, could you flick the thing over to the world map for us?
Of course.
Just while you're chatting. Just having to think about stuff.
Alright.
Thanks, mate.
So, with that not working, you'll give that a break and sort of think to our options for our next move. So we had, was it 3 different, basically, things we have to worry about, right? There's the kidnapped people, like our underlings.
Yep.
Who are scryed on, and they were in the Sunset Mountains.
Correct.
There was just go back hundreds of dragons flying around.
They are in the Sunset Mountains to the north of them.
Yep.
Although, basically covering the air, where that dragon symbol is a army of dragons, and then there is this other creatures all in and around the area. That seems to be where they're gathering.
It's not something we can really get into. And then there was so tying into that was the Drakhorn, which is controlling all those dragons.
Yes,
we assume. Which
is sending out the coded messages.
And there was following Wrath, I think it is. Is it Wrath? Or was that another guy?
So yeah, Wrath Modar, which is the red wizard who tortured you in your past.
Yes.
Yep.
But he's also one of the cult leaders, I think.
Yeah, he's a Thane wizard who is also now the ex-house leader of the House Jet of the Arcane Brotherhood, who's taken off with the leader of the Cult of the Dragon, Severin,
Severin, that's the one.
Yep, into the void in search of the other 2 dragon masks, the Black Dragon Helm and the Green Dragon Hood.
Wait, is it the green one? I thought they had the green one because Nervain had that, I believe.
Yes, and if you remember, when you guys got attacked by a Neverwing, they got attacked by a Neverwing as well.
Oh, right. Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Okay. And they were in the void.
Yes.
Well, they went through the astral plane, I believe.
Yeah, they went through the astral sea to get to the void.
And then the third thing was the Council of Dragons, I think, which was the metallic dragons. Asked them for help.
Yes, and
or they summoned us. I can't exactly remember.
They said a mention of the council's already been in debate since the Drakhorn first sounded. Meanwhile, the fourth thing is to try to understand the Drakhorn calls, and that's to follow the path of Antis.
Well, there are options, but I'm not sure which one we should take first, or if at all.
Yeah, it's kind of a hard set of choices, isn't it?
Choices will present themselves to you over a course of a matter of time, and more information will become available depending on circumstances. So while you ponder on that, over at the Dragon's Brew Inn, there is a roaring celebration going on. There are people and there are guards having a great old time out front of the out front in the beer garden and into the backstage, the stage that is out behind the tavern as well. You see that Jesse Gallagher and a couple other dwarves are running wild, where Valuna is currently as well serving up a storm, trying to keep up with the amount of orders of ale, mead, and heavier spirits. Sandstorm's not there. I don't even know if I put you guys on there. Yeah, I did. There is a band playing at the moment. They do have the typical lute. They have a flute. They currently do have a large bass harp, and they are playing up a storm at the moment. And over on the left side of the hall, they are currently having a dance contest. You see as well, staying in Riverguard currently is the Dwarven contingent, led by, what's his name? I can't believe I forgot his name right at the very important point. Led by Conrad Braunamble. You see him in his you can definitely see it now, especially Mikav, you notice that he is wearing a cloak made of silver dragon scales. It's like a nice mantle with a flared neck section around it. And it shines brightly amongst his adamantine, his mithril armor as well, his ceremonial armor. And they're currently
sorry, I missed the first part. Was this a dwarf?
This is a dwarf, yes. Dwarf with a large, big, red, bushy beard, long, braided hair with multiple gems and pieces of jewelry embroidered through it. Holds up a solid gold tankard as well as he's drinking that's encrusted in gems.
Hell!
He is bling. This is a dwarven lord of all the dwarven citadels along the north.
Okay. It's funny that you described that to Antis, because this is like the person she will stay away from.
Yeah, like... the full mantle of silver dragon scales makes you a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like, how comfortable would you be if you walked into a pub and a guy was covered in gold and also human skin? Yeah, she's just gonna look at him with like so much distaste. It's like, probably look over to Ikram, like, nah. Knowing that Ikram is a more simple, simple man.
Ikram?
I think it's very unnecessary. Hello?
Are we still like covered in blood? Like,
Yeah, you guys are still filthy.
yeah. She's just gonna find like a booth or somewhere and just sit.
Yeah, you find a booth, you sit
I
down.
don't know if she can sit with her wings, but she'll find a way.
Yeah, your wings. You can't really sit at the. You like need to sit at the
I
end
can't sit
table.
in the booth.
You need.
I need a chair, but I also need to sit on it like backwards.
Correct.
Oh, that's lame, but yeah.
Leaning over, there is Velimir, Casimir's dad, who's actually kind of drinking, leans back over from talking
Oh,
to a bunch.
Bellamy's here.
He's talking to a bunch of dwarves, and he sees the struggle, and he leans in and goes, "Excuse me, miss. You look like you could use a chair.
Yes.
I am the most accomplished tinkerer of Rivergard."
I would have heard of Velimir.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely from Belvin as well. I think you
Probably from Valuna most.
definitely from Valuna as well.
So I've heard.
I see you're friends with our esteemed hero, the Belvin and Ikram. Where is my boy?
Oh, I assume he's talking about Casimir.
Yes.
Oh, Casimir's still working. I think he has a lot on his mind.
Oh, that boy. Hopefully all is well with him.
He did seem pretty good.
One day he'll join us. We'll let him.
Maybe once the war is over.
But the war is over. We have won. We don't have a care in the world. Look how happy we are. There are guards who should be on duty drinking at the moment. At the same time, kind of. Some of them are being a bit more responsible, some of them aren't.
Oh, Antisa really wants to go over.
Sorry, I was cutting out with the internet and my internet being shit. Who was the guy that you were talking about?
You're currently talking to Casimir's dad.
And the one before,
gotcha.
the one before that was dressed all gaudy and stuff was the dwarf leader that's part of the alliance.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the dwarf
Yeah.
one was the last one I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking to Velimir, and he's just asking about Casimir.
Gotcha.
Yeah. She's gonna see if Belvin, like what Belvin does, seeing the guards.
Yeah,
over
Belvin's
getting
already
smashed.
walking over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were the authority guy.
Yeah, he's the authority guy.
I forgot about that.
You
And
see,
he would just like kind of stand over and just like
It's gonna be interesting how they react.
evening fellas.
Me and Ikram are just like with our drinks, just like ooh.
the
No one
five
knows
of them,
he's back.
the five of them just shit their pants. It's like fuck. And a new face, Belvin, just turns around and goes, "What do you want, you pompous shiny knight? Get on with this guy." And he just
and then
looks at the faces, and he's just like, "Oh, okay."
I'm gonna say we have a new recruit since I've been gone. It's nice to meet you. My name is Belvin Serpenhelm.
And the
you are?
gravity of the situation takes hold. He stutters, fumbles, and can barely get a name out. but finishes it off with, "Sir."
Close enough. Anyone want to elaborate the name of this one?
James leans over and goes, "Christoph. This is Christoph. He's come from the Southwoods."
Well, fellas, I know it is a time to celebrate, and but we all still have a duty to do. Just because the war is over doesn't mean the dangers are gone. I'm gonna let you all finish the drink you have on you right now, and get back to your post.
Yes, sir. Would
Have
you
a good
join
night,
us?
fellas.
I'm assuming we can hear all this.
You're witnessing all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
just gonna
across the
Yeah.
have a good night, and he's gonna tap Christoph's shoulder. Have a good night, fellas. And he's just gonna walk back.
You don't want to join us in this last drink, sir? Christoph stammers, trying to get back on the good graces.
I don't expect you guys to come there for too much longer, so I figured I'd just pick my own booth.
And quick as shit, the six of them just, and they are gone.
And Belvin will just try to find a spare seat. Or even
So
if it's just,
he's not gonna sit with us.
if you guys have got a seat, then yeah, he'll sit with you guys.
He's too cool now.
I wasn't sure if you guys end up finding seats or not.
No, we're just sitting and like snickering about the situation.
Just loving it.
Yeah, Tissa's like going to Ikram. It's like, remind me whenever I can buy Christoph a drink. I should.
Before Belvin goes to the seats, he'll go to the bar first and say hello to old mate behind the bar. I can't remember his name now.
Jesse.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Jesse
Oh,
Gallagher.
mate.
Jesse's like, "All right, so a bit for you, and fire whiskey for you, and
Fire whiskey. I remember that.
by the hardest beer of the north, Serpentine.
It's good to see you.
Where'd you get back in these parts?
Just tonight.
Oh, that's what more of a cause of celebration is than that. Come on, boy, come in here. What would you like? I'll tell you what. Your friends have been working on some serious brews.
Really? Well, grab us whatever ones I've missed, and I'll grab a full round of those.
Casimir calls this one Acid Splash.
Of course he does.
A bit of a
Alright,
like some strong shit.
I'll take
Barista. Ooh, a fancy
What a-
coffee.
It is.
I'll take 3. I will take 6 of those, please.
They come in very small, like brandy glasses. And Kent Weaves, thank you for the host. Welcome back, friend.
Ooh.
Hello. Long time no see.
Are they green? The shots?
They are green with a tinge of black in them, and they
Oh,
bubble a
Jesus.
little bit. They have that archaic acidic scent to it.
So it looks like actual poison.
It looks like actual poison. It's designed to be that way, but you've been working on. It's just a very high. It's like absinthe.
The black bit lets you know that
I
the
was
kidney fail's
thinking-
guaranteed.
Yeah,
120% alcohol.
yeah, literally. You have used some of the bile from Aliet's mouth to help in some of the assisting of the
You're a
distilling.
fucking
of this.
weirdo, bro. Making some weird shit in your spare time.
But
Belvin's
it tastes
just
amazing.
Takes a
Belvin's
great
just
mind
gonna-
to come up with a great product.
It sells too.
all right. Belvin will go back to the seat and just have 2 shots each,
All right.
There
Make
he is. And be like,
Wonder if I'll be using my inspiration.
I figured
Well-
you guys might need something strong to kind of commemorate the hard-fought victory you guys had. So
Cheers.
whatever you want tonight will be on me.
Well,
Is it funny now because I imagine Auntie's like kind of is the tallest and the biggest at the table?
currently, yes.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Are we standing or
Yes.
sitting?
Sitting.
Oh, okay.
Sitting, but she's still like 8 feet tall.
That's far out.
And wings tucked, you know.
Yeah, she's still
Wing-
huge.
Yeah,
but...
wings tuck really makes her like the hooks of the wing, the claw hooks of the wings up top really scrape against the ceiling, like the wooden rafters sometime. But with that, and also everyone seeing you've returned, asking how everything's gone, and Antis, you want?
Oh no, all good.
And in typical Riverguard celebration, as the Lords and Lady of Riverguard have returned, stories are wove, tales are spun, the ale flows for as long as you can handle it. I need the three of you to make me Constitution saving throws.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
Not my strongest part. Oh, nice.
suck it. Hell, I'm going to. I'm gonna luck die that actually.
All right, luck away.
Okay. It's okay.
That's okay. But while out of everything, you're not used to the amount. Even though your body's changed, your mentality is kind of staying the same. While your body's trying to regulate the alcohol in different sorts of ways, you still end up getting quite drunk while being just a little less composed than the rest.
Yeah, that's fair.
And with that, you guys can drink on into the night for as long as you want. Casimir, what will you do?
He was just going over what our potential options are to be, and then after that, he'd probably just go straight to bed. Honestly,
Okay.
he's pretty wrecked.
All right. Any special little tidbits before you go to bed? Just throw on your sleeping robe, pull up the blankies.
Put on his little jammies. His little
What do you mean, put on
horns.
Little
jammies?
wizard hat.
In his jammies.
I was gonna say, isn't he always in his jammies? He just illusions his actual.
He
clothes?
just got to put on a fresh pair. Like
Oh, right.
his current one's got a bit ripped up and bloody.
Exactly.
Did you actually even get hit that last fight?
Probably not.
You got
Like once.
Yeah, that's it.
He just opens up his wardrobe and it's just the same pajamas. Like
Just
65.
literally like 10 copies.
So, Ikram, Antis, and Belvin, where do you three end up when it's time to call it a night?
Forest.
Probably.
What do you mean when it's time?
They just pass out.
I'm probably going to be like laying in the tallest tree in the forest, just on my back, just looking at the stars, just chilling.
Yeah, you have some
Belvin-
contemplating to do.
Belvin would probably help Aunties to his room, and then he'll probably go and sleep outside.
No, she wouldn't let that.
Depends how drunk you
He
are.
will
though. He will
no,
sleep.
She would.
He will not sleep outside the room. He'll sleep like in the hallway, up against the wall.
Am I? This is a weird question. Am I that drunk that I could?
No, you were still
Like-
coherent enough to make choices.
Yeah. I hope so. Yeah, she'll just make her way to her room. Then she'll sort of push Belvin off if he tries to help her.
Fair enough.
Alright. With that, You put yourself into a nightgown, head off to sleep. Belvin, you...
Nah, she just passes out in her clothes. Let's be
Okay.
real.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well,
All these people talking like they got pajamas and stuff.
Belvin just
Weak.
strips all of his armor off and just passes out. Nutty. Just nothing.
Okay. Ikram, as you're walking through the river guard, head to the forest, make me a perception check at disadvantage. You've been drinking.
Oh, I think that's very fair.
Yeah.
14.
14. There's a couple of people still out, like, heading home. They're drunk as well. If you stop by a light post and let nature take do its business, as you assist in the watering of the plants, you turn over.
Everything needs a little care.
Yeah, you turn over and see him. You turn over and look past. You see a man walking past you in a heavy leather cloak, keeping the rain off him. Gives you a nod. Scruffy, kind of bearded.
Do I recognize him at all?
In your drunken state, yeah, you've probably seen this guy around a couple of times. He visits the shop every now and then. Gets the same sort of cold, icy treat that's been a recent addition to Riverguard over the last year and a half, really. Snow cones.
All these changes in Riverguard while we've been out. It's crazy.
It's been happening for a while. And as he gives you a wave, he's currently off. I think with that, we'll have our quick break as the characters all go and have their...
Sorry, I'm good now. If you wanted to finish that.
Yeah, he gives you a wave and just goes, Mr. Walker. And
Keep on walking.
he keeps on walking. And with that,
It's
we
like
are
doing one hand like wave.
With that,
Just
we
flipping you
are
off.
going to take our quick break so I can get some water before we dive into our next part of Dragon's Brew D&D. So thanks for sticking with us, folks. We'll be right back. Hello, friends, foes, and familiars. I am Dragons and Cats, and welcome back to Dragons Brew D&D, where it's happening. It's all happening here tonight for our players.
It's popping and it's locking, and
we are pop, lock, and dropping. As we dive back into tonight's game of Dragons Brew D&D. Hello, Darkness. Welcome. Hello. So, in the dead of night, Ikram has returned to his forest to lean up against a tree and look up at the stars. Macath has ventured into her own room and has fallen.
Aunties.
Sorry, I scream at myself just then. Aunties has stumbled into her room and collapsed face first onto her bed. Belvin has de-armored and has gone to sleep in his room, and Casimir is asleep. Casimir's gone to bed as well.
He's having a nap.
A nap?
An 8-hour nap.
An 8-hour nap.
Also known as sleep.
Extended nap. What about second nap?
What about second nap? Are you serious? Ain't no second nap around here. As night comes and takes you all, and sweet sleep comes and finds Casimir, you begin to have that dream again where you are experiencing the end of the world several times over. One's in a brilliant blaze of fire, another is in the extent of a horrendous blizzard that covers the world in sleet and frost. Another is the dissolving and the choking of acid and poison that spreads across the land. Another is incredibly damaging thunderstorms that passes all over the world and leaves it in ruin. Finally, you then see the burnt out volcano, and rising up out of the ground is a 5-spired tower, jagged edges, and a echoing roar of 5 dragons from within. You begin to feel a burning on the side of your head. However, as your sleep is interrupted, your own tattoos jerk you awake. As you look over, staring from your slumber, to feel the cold steel in your gut. As standing over you is a draconic form. You're not surprised.
Is this over Belvin, did you say?
This is over Casimir.
Oh, Casimir, sorry.
What the fuck?
Bear with me. As you look up and you see a infernally mutated form of a black dragon with elongated arms of just pure muscle, standing 8 foot tall nearly, leaning over you, acid bile drooling down this creature's face with long dragon horns staring over you. One of its sabers lodged into your gut. Behind it, 2 more individuals, black cloaks and draconic silhouetted masks.
Is this real or a dream?
Well, it's real as you just take 23 hit points.
Okay.
And since you haven't rested...
Okay. 3. Yeah.
This also goes. You are also stirred from your slumber as well, McCaff and Belvin, as...
Antis.
Fuck. Sorry.
Antes and Belvin.
As Antes
Look at
and
the bottom
Belvin,
of roll 20, that might help.
as Antes and Belvin are both woken from your sleep, being stabbed in the night.
So all these guys just like walked in.
You don't know. So for Belvin, a 20 and a 25 hitting you.
Yeah.
You unarmed, so you're taking 18 points of damage total for 11 and 7 poison. And Auntie's one rolling a 1 and the other one rolling a 25, so only one's going to hit you. So as one goes to stab you, swirl and your tail, its large size reacting, basically knocks him onto his ass since he rolled a 1. but you only take 4 points of piercing damage and 5 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Ikram, you are outside in
a tree.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I got up there. I don't know.
No, you got out there. You fell asleep. It is very, very late in the night. And
I fully just pictured like in a movie, you know how like there's some, like serious shit's happening and everyone's getting stabbed, so there's like all these cuts between everyone getting hurt and and then I like wake up going and it's because I've fallen out of the tree in the middle of the night.
You've fallen out. You've only stirred and fallen out of the tree, and you've woken yourself up due to the fact that of your passive perception has been like, yo, you need to wake the heck up. So you stirred and stumbled out of the tree as you see that there are 4 figures, all in dark levers, masks, all in draconic form, wielding scimitars. Hope they were trying to get you by advantage, but now they rush to charge into you. These four cultists coming in to stab you. For a 22, a 19, and a 21.
And they all hurt.
Yes, they all do hurt. You take 4 point. Let me do some calculations. 11 plus 4 plus 10 for a total of 25 damage from these 3. With everyone awake, I'd like you all to roll initiative, please.
I would select my person, but I don't know where they are.
Yeah, where
Okay, so
Oh.
I found myself in the darkness.
yes.
No parents.
That's the way on. Is this the usual? Yeah, it is the usual. We forgot that.
Did you say roll initiative?
Yes, please.
Ooh, look out, boys.
Ooh.
Jeez.
And Belvin.
Yeah, but she got
Mine's not as
Belvin's
impressive.
wasn't
Mine wasn't
natural.
green.
I was already on the ball. I had already taken one of these guys out.
All right.
That's valid.
Otar wakes.
Fuck, I'm doing.
Otar wakes up next. Basically, wakes up next to you as you fell asleep on top of her, and she's just like, "What the fuck?" So she's basically in the room with you.
Oh, I have been impaled.
She's like,
Oh no, I've been impaled.
Oh, yeah, I'm impaled.
That is quite
Fancy
inconvenient.
Do you think they've like pinned me to the? Do you think they've like tried to pin us to the bed?
Probably. She got a natural 20. Okay, cool.
Yeah! Look at us.
Just.
Hey, we have some children to actually worry about because I think they're in the same room.
Looking around at first glance, since you are up first, you cannot see Niflheim in the room.
What?
And it is the.
They might have been in the bakery. I mean, the bakery, the fucking kitchen.
Yeah, but this is like the middle of the night.
I might get excited on
Maybe.
that.
Step 1. Never have important characters in your backstory. Otherwise the DM will use them against you.
They're children, Kyle.
Even bigger target then.
I haven't done anything. Trust me.
Yet.
All right, I'll taste you up.
Ooh. So there are 2
Yes.
in the room. Okay. I'm going to firebolt the one who stabbed me.
Yep. So he's directly right across from you, so you can send
Yeah.
that firebolt flaming out towards him.
Okay, So I just need to know something. When it says this spell's damage increases by 1d10 when you reach level 5, level 11, that's
If
when...
you dragged it in from roll 20, it should do it automatically.
Yes,
Well, I don't know. 'Cause I don't do anything.
it definitely should. Because
If you just click it,
Yeah.
Sorry, I read halfway through and I was like,
so it does the right damage. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you mouse over the 18, it says 3d10.
yeah.
All
I
right.
just got a bit confused because I was like, reading it, I was like, okay, look,
Yeah.
is it a 5th like spell
It does it
slot?
all
And
for
I was
you.
like, 11. There's no 11 spells.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What is an 11?
Level 11 spells.
Level
Jesus.
17.
Exactly. All right.
I can destroy the world and then some.
With a fireball.
Yeah, with a fireball.
Fireball.
As you mortally injure this cultist, burning off some of their robes and half of their leather mask, and it kind of burns off. He has to rip it apart. Ugh. You see a scruffy bearded, now fully singed individual that does frequent the snow cone parlor.
Oh fuck! No wonder you were describing him. Well, because I have something called meta magic.
Ooh.
I am going to shoot. Another fire bolt at him
Blast away.
because I can cast that as a bonus action.
Okay.
24. I'm tired. I'm done.
As you kill the first guy.
Yeah.
As you just burn through his leather armor that he's wearing.
Yeah.
They don't seem very protected, but he does keel over and die, burning from it. His friend just looks at you and just and he knocks on the wall.
Knocks on the wall. What the? Oh,
Okay.
don't like
Aren't you
that.
supposed to knock before you enter the room?
Yeah.
Well, apparently he didn't.
No courtesy on these guys.
Belvin, you've been stabbed and you were laying down on your bed.
These guys are fucking rude.
Yep. Belvin instantly is just gonna try to push whoever's off on him.
Mm-hmm.
And stand up and go for where he dropped his sword.
Yep,
Just next to the bed, I guess.
Yeah, it was
pretty
pretty
much.
much next to it.
But he's going to take an action for you to get on out of the bed, then to
Yeah.
pull the sword. Shing.
Yeah.
But you can get to it.
Oh, and to push them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
and to push it.
if it's gonna take all my action, I'll grab my sword, unsheath it, and the shield that would have been right
Yep.
next to it, and pretty much that'd be my action.
Alright, too easy.
You wouldn't be in armor, right?
Nope.
No armor, just a
No
shield.
armor.
So 10 plus dex.
And you did say you were naked too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
Armor naked.
10 plus dex plus your shield. So it's still like...
Plus 5 intimidation.
That's still 18. That's still like 18 or 17.
So 10 dex, so that's 11,
Shield.
13, only
Doesn't even
15.
need to pick up his weapon, eh?
Still not bad. Dante says
Now he's
dragon
got 2
scales.
swords and a shield.
Actually, as his bonus action, he's gonna cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Okay, cool.
Brad, are you proficient in dual wielding?
Triple wielding. He's got 2 swords and a shield.
You
it's-
proficient with
no,
javelins?
He's
Jesus.
proficient with what's it called?
I don't know. He was alone by himself in the army for a long time, guys.
That's true.
Learn some tricks.
Okay, so Ota's turn. She is going to sit up out of bed. Everything's going on. She's going to cast Magic Missile at 3rd level. So 1, 2, 3. That's a really weird way they've got it set up. As the 6 magical darts go flying out and hitting this guy in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing you can do about it because it's magic missile. All right, next up, Casimir.
Alrighty. So am I currently being impaled?
You are currently being impaled and you are prone.
And there's 3 of them, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, Misty Step.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going to step?
Just
Out of
into an
bed.
open space. Yeah, in the corner, so I'm not being impaled, basically. And then, since they were nice enough to attack in our home, where I have Mirage Arcane already cast, I'm just gonna wave my hand up, and suddenly out of the floor, bars come up surrounding them all, because I can shape the world in my
Rebar.
Mirage Arcane
Yes,
however
you
I want.
can. And you could do that easily.
So yeah, I'd make sure I'm out of his reach as well.
Okay.
But yeah, and they'll all just be in a cage.
Yep. So they can still like get their arm through to try to stab at you, but it would be a disadvantage if they were going to try to stab at you because they still got
I mean,
a bit of.
I'd make it a very tight cage so they couldn't fit their arms through.
All right,
If I think they can reach me.
Fair enough. All right. Next up, the cultists.
Stabbed is in the butt.
When you say the cultists, is that for everyone?
Yes, the cultists for
Okay.
everyone. So it's going to go in a series of attacks. Ikram, you're up first, and the 4 of them have surrounded you. Actually, Ikram, you're up, not up yet. All right. So the 4 of them, with their pack tactics, they all grit their teeth. Just you ain't going nowhere. For
Do they snap their fingers while they do it?
yeah, a lot of them, and they're not walking directly at you. They're going in a circle, spiraling in
Circling.
closer. They are predators, taunting their prey as they're clicking and going in. They smell like acid as well.
They've definitely been drinking.
All of them
Madman, special
do
brew.
have regalia noticeable to that of the cult of the dragon.
Who are they attacking at
You.
the moment? Oh,
So currently,
I'm going to use Wrath of the Storm.
all right, use Wrath of the Storm. Give me the lowdown on what it does.
So when a creature attacks in 5 feet, they do a dex save. A dex saving throw. A creature takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage,
Okay, so we'll do that on that.
and it can be used up to 5 times. And I haven't used it yet, so I don't know whether I can do that for each individual person or.
Okay,
It's one reaction, I think.
Yeah.
It uses your reaction, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
so we
So
failed.
2d8.
Yeah, so you can only do it once.
Yeah, so one of them fails their dexterity saving throw, where you can lightning them. So roll your damage.
Thought I already had it
Yeah.
somewhere, but
And
I don't
since-
think I do.
Since you are still in your armor as well, you still have your AC.
Oh, nice. I did 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage.
Woik.
Whereas you are going to take 8 points of piercing and 5 points of poison damage. And then 7 points of piercing and 5 points of poison damage.
It's not poison that I'm resistant to, is it?
Yeah, you're still under the effect of a hero's face as well, so you're immune to poison.
Okay, so
No,
how
wait.
much damage was that one? Hold on, I'll just. There's Hero's face there.
Thank you. Is it resistant?
Creature is cured of all diseases,
Yeah.
becomes immune to poison, frightened. Makes all wisdom saving throws at advantage.
So you take
nice.
in total 15 piercing damage from those first 2
Nice.
attacks from the first 2. The second 2 hits you for a 7, and the other one misses you
Yeah,
for a
that's-
10. So you take another 7 piercing damage.
Am I at 22?
Yeah. Belvin, the 2 on you are going to try to stab at you.
When we were asleep, we got at least an hour's sleep, right?
Yes.
So that counts as a short rest?
Well, since you're going for a long rest, no.
Scammed.
26 against Belvin.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy is going to hit you, going to miss you as you block him
Get
for
blocked
14.
with the shield, bitch.
Yep, and you take 8 points of piercing and 7 points of poison.
Hold up. Hold up.
Go on.
No, all good.
Okay.
I just had to read something.
All right. There is then this draconic being's turn as they stand behind the bars, going from a full offensive, ready to kill, looking at Casimir. I didn't do the rest of the turn. The one on McCaff is going to come and attack her for...
How much damage did I end up taking again?
You took a total of 15.
15.
McCaff, what's your AC? Antes, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
What's your AC?
20.
20? Alright, yeah, even against your scales, as this scimitar comes cutting in on Antes, it just sparks off for a 16 as it misses you completely.
Damn it! I had something to do, but I needed to get hit. Damn it.
I'm sorry. You can only take one attack.
No, I have my... I always forget I have my cloak, and when I take damage from a melee attack, I can use it.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
Badass cloak.
Well, I needed damage.
Well, that's a good thing, because as he knocked on the door before, 2 of his mates come rushing in.
I imagine our door...
Like, where the fuck are all our guards, honestly?
Yeah!
At this point...
Just march in with an army. It's like, okay, guys.
Wait, how is he able to stab me and then knock on my door?
So simulacrum Casimir would be around somewhere too.
Or did he knock on the wall? Because I imagine the wall's made of stone and no one's hearing anything. Let's feel it.
He knocked on the door. At this point, I would like you all to make a
big is the
perception
room?
check. Not very big.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone can make a perception check.
I don't like this room. I want a different one. I want one where the bed's not so far away. Perception?
15.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ikram, you were
I'm going to use a inspo. That's better.
What'd you get? There
I'll
you
just
go.
with that.
Okay, so...
I still have an Ota in the room.
Yes. So, currently, Casimir and Antes, you are very occupied at the moment with intruders in your room.
Being stabbed.
Being stabbed, correct. Ikram, you can hear the sound of... Ikram and Brad, actually, you can hear the sound of combat going on outside as well within the keep walls. Especially if you just look to the side.
Even from the forest, I can hear it.
You can hear like the tings of blades and shields meeting, and some muffled screams.
Okay.
Belvin, when you do glance outside the mirror, you can see that there is a guard about just beginning to be locked into combat with a cultist, and another one is trying to sneak up behind the guard. Christoph.
So is that me looking out my window?
Yeah, you just get a quick glance as you look outside.
Cool.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so Casimir, this creature looks at you. Very draconic, but very infernal at the same time. You can see that there are infernal markings on its skin as well. And just eyes you. I am going to take great pleasure. And then telepathically, in killing you, I missed my chance at Skyreach. I will not miss again.
Wait, which was Skyreach?
The Ice Giant's castle.
Wait, who's this guy? Do I remember him? Because I don't remember anyone like this guy.
It's a very feminine sounding draconic voice.
Wait, is this Resme? No. Yeah?
She disappears and Misty steps away. But then at the actually before that, she goes to cast Misty Step at that point. She does go to cast Misty Step at that point to get out of the cage.
Counterspell.
At your counterspell, she growls at you and then throws, and then at that growl, there is a blob of darkness that just consumes you. Misty Step and Darkness Spell.
So I counterspelled her Misty Step though.
Correct. She's still stuck there. So you're currently blind and cannot see. Oh, sorry. Next up. Because that's her turn. Ikram.
What's that?
Your turn, buddy.
Okay, so there's 3 of them, did you say?
There's 4.
4. Okay, and are they all like really close, or did only a couple charge through?
Oh, they're all really close to you. They are straight on you.
Gotcha. So
they've all had advantage.
Yep. I'm going to use Earth Tremor, which basically shakes the ground. Did that not load? Load, you bastard.
Give it a second.
Basically, I tremor the ground, and all the creatures have to make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, they take 1d6 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
Okay.
And the terrain becomes difficult.
All right, so they're going to make a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Yep.
All right, for a lot of them,
pretty trash.
Very trash. So on a collective 8...
96. Look at that, boys.
Is this
big
a
damage.
cantrip?
No, this is a level 1.
Wait, what is this?
It's just Earth Tremor.
Ah, okay.
It's not
I
loaded
don't know
for
why it's
some
not
reason.
working.
Anyway, yeah, they all take 6 damage and are knocked prone.
That's weird. You tried it again, it didn't work. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's level 1.
Is it outputting as a spell card or an attack?
Yeah, it's a spell card, then I hit OK, and it's not coming up.
Interesting. We'll figure that out later.
Maybe if I'll just change the level I roll at. No, it still doesn't do anything.
Antis,
Or it's going to get suddenly hit with like 3 spells.
Antis, you are now basically blocked into your room by the...
Sorry, can I just do one more thing?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
I just wanted to use Healing Word on myself if I can.
You can do that, yes.
Yeah, I need it. I need that shit.
Ooh, I forgot.
And that one works. So, it's only 3 health.
You can move as well.
Oh, yeah, and I might retract back 30 feet. Just to get a bit of distance from them.
Yeah.
Have you got any wild shapes left?
No.
Okay.
I'm in a bit of a pickle.
You are in a bit of a pickle.
Happens when you sleep in trees, mate. You get ambushed.
Good times.
Forgot about
Good times
us
for all.
getting ambushed in our beds in our castle somehow.
All right, Antis.
Okay, so now there's 3. Fuck, you said the room wasn't that big. I actually thought our room was bigger because the kobolds would be in there.
True. Let's consider that there are rooms equal to the site just because of space on the map, really. But say, for instance, that your room is about that size as well.
Oh, I'm not on the... I wasn't on the map.
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to... It will do my head in.
All good.
What can I really use? Everything is big.
You do have a good spell for holding people.
Yeah, but I want them dead.
That's true.
I'm playing in character. I don't want them alive. I want them dead.
I mean, death is the best.
Death is the best. I don't
disabling tactic.
Yeah.
Especially then, since they've come into your room, they literally have stabbed you and caught
I didn't even knock.
Yeah, they tried to kill me first.
They knocked after the fact.
Okay.
Kazma got stabbed first.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
Not trying to brag or anything, but kind of got stabbed first.
Yeah, but I don't know that. Who knows? You were just told that you were stabbed first.
We go back to the timeline.
Yeah, but I could have been stabbed first. Kyle just mentioned you being stabbed first.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna firebolt again.
Yep.
And oh, that's 2 points. Sorry, I didn't realize. And then use up my bonus action.
To firebolt again?
Yeah.
With meta magic? Alright, too easy.
I'm gonna aim for different people.
Too easy.
Especially the one that
knocked?
Yeah!
Yeah, fuck him.
The bitch!
Now you do have an inspiration that you can use on that 10.
Oh yeah. God, there's so many numbers.
Boom. With that 24, you do the guy who knocked eats fire and just up against the wall and falls back.
Good.
The other one furthest away from you does take a nice crispy bit of fire damage. As that's your turn.
Yeah, I imagine it'd be... One of them's on fire, and they must be close together, like... Everyone's being set on fire.
Belvin, your turn.
Make sure I don't burn down now. I'll keep. I guess it's mostly stone, so it should be fine,
It's
right?
mostly stone, like it's my stuff in here.
Okay. If I'm looking out the window, is the cultist still trying to sneak up on old mate?
Yeah, he's about like
old mate.
10 feet away before he's going to actually...
Christoph.
Yeah. He's about 10 feet away before Christoph is going to get a tag teamed.
Yep. Okay. And how far away is he as well?
Like outside the window, he is probably about 15 feet out of closed glass window.
Belvin's gonna turn around and just point his sword out to him and just pretty much yell out, You gotta watch your flank too! And he will guiding bolt the one sneaking up on him
Alright. Guiding bolt away.
at 2nd level.
Nice.
He is lit up for a damn fine amount of damage. As that guiding bolt shatters the glass of the window going out, catches him right on the chest, and sends him glowing and flying back a couple of feet.
And then he'll turn back around. He's just like, and then he'll start liberating up for the guys in front of him. He's like, all right, let's do this.
All right.
Leroy.
Leroy out the wall, Jenkins. Otar's turn. Otar does grab. She is going to actually go with a cone of cold. Actually, no, she can't do that.
Oh. Oh.
Actually, yes, she can.
Oh.
So she's going to go with a cone of cold. Basically coming around beside you, Antis, and conjuring up her magic and sending it outward, reciting a magical incantation that reminds you of a dragon's frosty breath. And she sighs afterwards as she says, "That's all I've got." And they need to make con saves, otherwise they're gonna die.
Please die.
Jesus.
As you see 2 fresh popsicles now as decor in your room. Just completely solid iced over. And she looks at you and goes, "The kids, the others."
Yes. Yes.
Casimir, your turn.
Alright, so I'm in darkness now, right?
Pitch black magical
So
darkness.
it's basically the entire room, yeah?
The entire room is just complete black.
Okay.
Can't even see your hands in front of you.
I can still reshape Mirage Arcane though, correct?
Correct.
Because it doesn't say I need to be able to see it.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I am going to... can I still sort of precisely alter where the cage was? From memory?
Correct. You are Casimir as well.
Okay, cool. I am going to... Because they pissed me off a little bit. I'm going to shape what was bars into a hollow cube, like a steel cube, and fill it with water.
Damn, son.
So they're trapped in a metal box full of water.
Yeah,
Nice.
can do. You create a metal box full of water, and just you can hear the sound of the the stone floor beneath you shifting and changing as it just and then water filling.
And then, with my contingency, which I have a dimension door saved,
Mhm.
I want to teleport 50 feet up, like straight to the roof of the keep, so I can look out on the town.
Up you go to the top of the keep. You do see as well. Let's just put you up. Let's just put you up over onto the main section of the. Oh, why is that being done?
Darkness.
So you can see the keep, and there are a few guards engaged with cultists. They seem to have been all approaching in these robes as they've been lurking around. You do see that at the main gate there are currently 3 cultists engaged with your current 2 guards that are there, and there are 2 guards on the inside of the gate keep trying to also take pot shots and protect them from getting through. You can also see that there are another 3 cultists coming from the north, looking like they have jumped the gate to the east, jumped the wall from the east, and are Naruto running their way over towards you. You don't see Ikram anywhere. They are coming from the direction of the forest.
Ikram!
What?
How are you?
I'm fine.
It's
just a flesh wound.
How long does telepathic bond last?
Oh, it's long worn off.
Okay, good.
It only lasts an hour.
Yeah. Okay, too easy. So that was your action to reshape?
Yes, and then the contingency is like a one-use thing.
Okay. Spent.
I just want to get sort of an overview of what's happening in the keep and the town.
Yeah, you do see that that the newbie, that a new recruit, a face you haven't really seen before, is currently engaged with 2 cultists on the railing.
Actually, where is my simulacrum?
Make a
Because
perception.
literally,
Make
his
a
job.
perception check.
Where's your boy?
Where the fuck is he? 17.
Where's your boy?
Just to the north of the Dragon's Brew Inn, you can see, you can just see it in glimpses of fire, as you see that there is a spellcaster throwing signature spells around similar to your own, and they're making their way closer to you. Quite injured.
Alright. Just checking something quick. Oh, good. That is my turn.
All right, thank you. Okay. Ikram. Oh wait, did I skip the Stabby Boys? I did.
Yeah, you did skip Debbie Boys.
Oh, I can't believe I skipped Stabby Boys. All right, the Stabby Boys are up first. I'll just make copy, paste. Yeah, come on. Sorry about this, folks. Turn 10. So the Stabby Boys are up, and the Stabby Boys are going to get Stabby as they click and move around Ikram. Let's see, how many of them? So one's injured, 3 of them aren't. So first
They're
hit.
not prone though.
Oh, they are not prone. So yeah, they're going to spend half their movement getting up.
And I also jump back 30 feet.
You also
You got
jump
a head
back.
start on them.
Mm.
You see a familiar sight as their twin-tailed wing-like cloaks kind of gather air underneath as they billow out. And they take flight from their standing position and come to join you as they fly over towards you 30 feet. So the first one's going to miss you
That's
for a 10.
rude.
But the next guys are going to be at advantage for a 23.
Okay.
As they use pack tactics. Another one for a 27.
Can I use my... oh, sorry, let me...
You get your reaction back.
Yeah,
on
I
as
can
well.
use it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the blinding web. My cantrip.
The blinding web or the binding web?
Yeah, it's one that I found.
You do still have the Orb of Light,
Oh.
remember?
Yeah, but I kind of want to try this one out
Okay, go for it.
and use it on that. So like, basically, if he comes at me, I'll lunge back, kind of Spider-Man flick. You know the joke that
Just like
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Okay, so binds the attacking creature. So for
Make a dex save.
so you can pick one of those attacks and try to counteract them.
Oh, it was whichever one, not the one that missed, the one after that.
Okay, the one after,
The one that hit.
the one after that for 20. For the 20
Oh, sorry, yeah. You kid.
So he's going to succeed, unfortunately. As your webs go out, he just cuts through it and then cuts into you for take, let's see, 14, 21.
Resistant to poison.
And so you take 27 piercing damage in total.
Oh, that knocks me down.
Ikram's down.
Shit.
Ikram, make a death save.
Actually, sorry, I have a fucking necklace. That. Hold on, let me just find it. The
Yeah, you stabilize instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wound closure. So you instantly stabilize, I think, but you're still unconscious.
You're still unconscious, and they can still
Whenever
stab
you're
you to
dying, At
death.
the start of your turn, in addition, whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores. Okay, so basically, me going down to -3, and I just go to 0.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
You
Yes.
you get a 0 regardless.
And you stop rolling death saves.
Yeah, so you stop rolling death saves, but you don't get that
Yeah.
chance to come back.
Damn.
So,
Need to be healed.
but you can still die.
Yeah.
You can still be stabbed to
What he's
death.
saying is you're immortal.
All right, Aunties.
Indestructible.
So we have some frozen boys.
You have some frozy boys.
I am going to race out of the room and run to the kitchen because that's the last place. Did she see them? Actually, would she have any recollection of seeing them in the room when she came back?
When you came back, no, you just
Okay. Yeah, she'll grab Otar's hand, no matter what state of dress she is in, and she's gonna drag her to the kitchen.
in a nightgown. She grabs her glaive as she does. So I'm just going to move your tokens just over to a little bit to the right,
Yep, you do whatever.
and you bust into the kitchen and you find two little rapscallions making their way into the whole of the fondant that has been prepped for tomorrow's celebratory cake.
Oh God, like
Nice.
this is great, but terrible because at least they were in the room.
Niflheim look up to you and goes, "Oh no!"
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, something really bad is happening right now. There's some bad people in the house. Niffle, you stay with Ota. Grab onto Ota. Piggyback.
Piggyback.
Yep. And she'll grab Heim. And I don't know if she has any. She has her sash. She has a sash on. So she'll kind of, like get the baby wraps. She'll just kind of tell him to grab onto the front of her body and just try and secure him with the sash. And
Yep.
they're gonna fight with children attached to their back.
All right, I'm going to
What
see.
if you use the sash to attach to both kids and use them as nunchucks?
I mean, I think they're more effective just being thrown.
Heim,
Let's be real.
I would
Heim
fancy
is a
child
Heim
nunchucks.
is a
Throw them
monk.
and run away.
Heim is a monk. He could use his brother as
Walk
a
away.
weapon.
I know they have genuine classes, but they're not fighting right now.
Absolutely. As you do come out, you do see George gets kicked through the front door as a cultist is coming up and fighting
actually.
in close against the crossbowman.
Yeah, Kyle.
Hey, yeah.
If you have a child wrapped around you, how much AC does that add?
None. None.
It's at least 3.
Not one whatsoever.
Does that
Yeah.
temp HP?
It does not. But Luke, you can, Casimir, you can roll me 4d10.
You get attacked just for that.
Oh wow, I get bonus HP.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and she'll tell the boys just to close their eyes.
Worth it.
What's your spell save DC, by the way?
Mine 19.
Yeah, because you feel something pushing up against a hostile force coming through the front door. Going off against your glyph of warding.
Ah, yeah. It blows up.
Literally, as this guy kicks,
Like hello.
as he kicks George through the door, there is an explosion of fire above him that just blasts down on top of him. He gets incredibly injured by the fire, but still manages to push it off, and it's just like, and whistles. I can't whistle.
You can't whistle.
I mean, he'd probably be struggling to whistle after he just got like half blown up.
Belvin.
Alrighty. Belvin's just gonna...
Oh, by the way, you're in the dark.
I am at this point in time.
Though you do have a guiding bolt.
Outside.
Yeah, well, it's shining some light in through the window, so...
It's okay.
Dim
Look,
light?
It's okay. Because Belvin's actually just gonna grip his sword and kind of push down a bit, and his sword lights up in a bright, shining light as I cast blinding light on the sword.
That's true. You draw the sword and it does light up 30 feet of radius of light.
Yep.
Nice.
And pretty much picturing it, it's just like a lightsaber, just like... And then he just
Love it.
points at the two guys in front of him. It's like, let's go. And he's just gonna attack the first one in front of him.
All right. This is going to be murder.
Oh no, they weren't ready. Oh no.
That's the DC is actually 18. I need to fix that.
What is it? Con save?
It's a con save. Otherwise, he's blinded.
So he doesn't have to worry about being blind as you cleave him from the left clavicle down to the right rib cage, and you blood just.
Technically, he's blind now, right? Because he's dead.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't see anything anymore.
That's one.
Yep. And then, just in quick moment, he's just gonna come slashing straight down on the other guy.
All right, come on down.
And I will use a divine smite on that one as well.
All
Just
right
first
there.
level.
As you impale. Oh, actually, yeah. Here you go. How do you want to do it?
So pretty much he just cut the first guy, and then he just turned around and just pretty much stabbed the dude just right in the chest. One quick movement. Because he knows the urgency. He feels the urgency right now.
Oh yeah.
We're in danger.
You're in danger.
And then after that, he's going to quickly just pull up some pants and start walking out. Because yes, his junk was hanging out that whole time. So
Otar lets loose a firebolt at the scorched dude in the hallway.
Oh,
And
he never stood a chance.
he never stood a chance.
It's just like his first day on the job. Hey, Cap.
Looks over towards Antes and says, "Let's do this."
She'll just nod and pull Heim closer.
Casimir.
Can I see Ikram having some trouble?
No, he is very far away.
In the
I thought you
forest,
said
bro.
I thought you said he's down here.
No, he's down. He's to that direction.
Wait. So are these guys actually here, or is that just representation?
Those guys are actually there.
Okay.
They're kind of doing like a hop jump, heading over.
Yeah, I'm a pain in the ass.
No, you're dead.
Yeah. No, I just mean I'm a pain in the ass as in like I am the biggest inconvenience right now.
We don't even know where you are.
Yeah.
See.
All we can do is assume that he's in his forest.
I mean, I am literally always there. I never stay anywhere else.
Yeah. Well,
Fair assumption.
Okay. Well, how many cultists or baddies can I see at the moment?
Let's see. From your vantage point, you can see that there are 2 to that north, 2 engaged down against George, 2 at the 3 at the front gate, and there is another 2 that look to be jumping over the gate, jumping over the wall by the main gate. No, the main.
Not these two.
No.
Are they further down? Here. Here.
Over here. There's going to be 2 more jumping over by that door over there.
I
Like,
can't see where you're pinging.
sorry. I'm just trying to copy and paste everything.
Okay, cool.
So you can see that there are 2 trying to get over the wall towards the entrance of the keep, the keep's Great Hall.
Okay.
And there's another 3 approaching that look like they're about to jump and leap up towards you. What do you want to do?
Up towards me.
And at the end of your turn, your what do you want to do?
Simulacrum? Oh, so my simulacrum gets like its turn at the end of my turn, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, basically I'm just going to try and neutralize all of the guys I can see with similar tactics to the ones that were in my room. So, for example, like all these guys down here, suddenly the earth rises up around them and traps them in.
Yep, the earth.
And the stone of the wall rises up around these guys, just like locking them in.
Yep, the ones on the wall engaged.
On the wall,
with.
yep. So basically they just get swallowed up by like whatever material they're standing on and trapped.
Alright, and that's your action to do so?
Yep. Just for whichever ones I can see.
Alright, so
They'll be good mantelpieces and stuff, I think. Hallway pieces just down, just these trapped dudes for eternity.
I mean, they're still alive.
they're still alive, yeah.
yeah, but we'll just keep them forever. Like, just keep them down the hallways and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Look
cool.
nice. Little decoration, you know?
We can hang them on the walls.
Alright.
Then I've got 30 foot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like fly over to the other side of the keep so I can see over there, hopefully.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I can't really move because of the shading thing.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, just work your way
the shadows.
around.
Yep.
Where did I...
With the earrings of sending, like the pair I made, were they still an action to use?
To do ascending? Yeah, unfortunately so.
What about a message?
A message would be
Regular message,
yeah.
just an action. So.
Well, between the earrings, you could talk as free actions. Like it's like low range like a bonus.
Oh,
no, it was bonus
right.
action. It was bonus action to send a message.
Okay.
But the full
how
action to
close-
use sending.
How close was the forest?
A good 500 feet away.
Yeah, okay, that's too far. Wait, do we have an... We had a pop out for those earrings, right?
Yeah,
Somewhere?
it should be in handouts.
Where is
Oh, Greater Ring of Whispers.
So, where is that? I can't see it.
It's in player items at the very bottom.
Ah, yep. Okay. Da-da-da. I would just send a message to the guys saying like, "Is everyone all right?" But obviously, it wouldn't reach Ikram.
Yeah. It does not reach Ikram.
But the other, wait, no, Belvin would get it. Sandstorm's dead, and Antis doesn't have one of these. So it's only Belvin that would get it.
Yeah. Just took care of two in my room. Lots outside. Making my way out now.
Making my way downtown.
I'm walking fast.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't get my simulacrum term either.
Yeah, Simulacrum has a couple of
Just
coppers around him.
If you want to summarize, he'd basically be doing the same thing as Kaz, just trying to like protect the people and locking down any cultists he can see.
Very easy to do so, especially with his with the manipulation of the Mirage Arcane.
Yeah, he has the same like innate abilities that I do.
Does that require concentration?
No, Mirage Arcane doesn't.
Okay.
It's like 10 minutes to cast, I think, and it lasts for like 10 days.
Yep.
Right, I can just check. Yeah. 1 minute cast time lasts 10 days. So I've basically always got that cast on Riverguard. Because it lasts for 10 days.
Why isn't... Where'd she go? Sorry, please bear with me for just a second.
No stress.
Just need to find initiative. Okay, yeah, cool.
So yeah, Kaz's Simulacrum's priority is just protecting the townspeople, basically.
Okay, roll a d100 for that. Over 50, you do a really, really good job.
No luck to that.
Close.
You know, come on. I'm sure he did a great job. You can't take this from him. It's literally his only job is to protect the town.
He does a really good job.
Yeah, okay, Carl. Don't lie to me like that.
He was a bit behind the ball at first, to be brutally honest.
He was
But
having a
after
nap.
that, a couple of people did die.
Nah.
In saying that, as you're finishing manipulating your spells, with your passive perception, you can hear the beating of wings approaching. But it's like that.
Does it sound familiar?
No, these are much smaller in scale, kin to yours, to your own.
Oh. Okay.
Alright, so let's just... What's your AC?
19.
Okay. As you feel something rip across your back, a serrated like blade that is covered in blood, that blood then just is flicked off in the cold that emanates from this blade. You only see it for just a second as it's invisible. From your blood.
I've got alert though, so they don't get advantage. So that misses.
Well, alert wouldn't ruin its advantage from being invisible.
Yeah. It does.
Oh, it does?
It's because they don't get advantage from being hidden.
Then I take that all back, and something...
Finally got to use it. Yay.
So something burning on your head tells you to duck, and you duck. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Finally got to use it.
Though on a 30, you are still... it's just too quick as it comes around again, and it does catch you.
But wait.
But wait.
Because
my trap card.
You've activated my trap card, Illusory Self.
As you illusion backwards, you can see that there is just mist in the air.
These little fuckers.
Something attacking at you while you're invisible. The cultists. One.
Oh no, is this Ikram?
2.
Oh no.
And the last guy. Okay. Everyone else is kind of stuck in, boxes. So the 2 that jump over the wall at the entrance of the gate, because you couldn't really see them.
Yeah, if I couldn't see them, then they're fine.
Do come over the edge and try to sneak in past their friend to then make
his corpse.
Yeah, literally walk over his corpse. To one engages with George, and the other one comes running up to Antis for a couple of slashes.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, with a 13 and a 12, he's not doing too good.
And that's karma.
Literally, the scimitar goes to smack against the scales, and you barely have to raise an arm up as the blade chips.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That guy's gonna die.
Yeah.
Painfully.
Yeah. Oh, so painfully. We're in a room with a lot of knives.
Oh, yeah. Casimir, you see a dimension door opening above the roof of the keep. I'm just going to put that one there, as popping out is a saturated dragon, draconic creature.
Could she cast spells if she was in water?
Yes. You can still cast spells underwater. Why can't you?
Oh, right, yeah, because when we cast the spell, we lost our breath, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
All good, all good. And she is going to... Let's see. She's going to stay where she is. And beat her wings. And look over the battlefield. And look to her side. And growl at you. You've grown up, Casimir. When will this serpent helm show his face again?
Oh, I'm sure we can arrange another meeting for you two. I assume it'll go as well as last time.
Ikram. As you feel the cold steel going into your chest, followed by another, and then a razing blade about to be lodged deep into your chest, you then see something quickly approaching from the, quickly falling from the sky to the ground as your eyes are going completely dark as you begin to die. You see a shining, sparkling silver silhouette falling, followed by a and a splat. Casimir, your attention is gained as there is a loud thump and a scattering of birds that then flutter out from the forest over to the east. That also takes this draconic being's attention. Antis, you're up. Ikram, you are dead.
Yeah, we're running into a pattern. Let's. So is it? There's only there's three.
There's two. The other guy's dead. I'm sorry.
Oh, the other guy's which one's dead?
The one with the. I'm just about to put an X on him.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Cool. I'm gonna Cone of Cold, which means I have to give up some sorcery points.
Yeah.
Oh, 7.
Wait, you're kind of coding just the two in front?
Yeah.
All right, Cone of Cold.
Yeah, we're all running pretty low on spell slots after the
Yeah,
big old battle.
I'm so
done.
shit.
I would be done if I didn't have sorcery. If I didn't use any of my sorcery points. So
I got about a third of my spell slots left.
yeah.
Right.
That's why I'm using a lot of Mirage Arcane, because it's really good and doesn't use up a resource.
So
Yeah, but she has a baby attached to her. So
Yeah, I get it.
as this guy is standing in front of you, Antis, his scimitar's chipped. The other guy's at the end of the table and has kicked George down, and he's basically scrambled underneath the table. So at the end angle of casting, you do believe you won't hit him as well, since the
yeah, if
frost
I
is covered
angle
on
it
top.
like upwards.
Exactly.
Cool.
As you let loose with this cone of cold, they are going to be hard press to succeed, to be brutally honest.
No.
And yeah, how do you want to do it?
Her eyes are just glowing blue as she stares down this one with the scimitar and just lets out the Cone of Cold. It's like a breath weapon.
And just a mighty exhale of frost just covers him. His friend is just like, and he freezes from the waist up. It's so much weight that he buckles and keels over and falls to the ground, half frozen. Whereas the one in front of you, Aunties, is just a statue, just an ice sculpture now. His face in shock and awe. Though you can see his eyes, you can't see the rest of his face under the mask, but you can tell he's just...
Yes.
I hope every single one of their deaths sucks.
Yeah.
These guys deserve it.
Mr. Serpenthal.
Belvin's pretty much just gonna run out his room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he would have moved his 30 feet last turn as well. I didn't use any movement.
Yep, you'd come to the stairs. I'm just going to pop you over to the other side, into the hall. You'd come to see Antis just decimating occultists coming out of the kitchen. So you'd be there, but you're still upstairs. But you can jump over the edge or walk down the stairs.
Jump over the edge.
Boom! Land over the side.
Yeah. And pretty much just run towards the door to go outside.
Okay, you run to the door to go outside. Do you follow suit, Aunties?
Yeah, her Otar
And
would
the
run
boys.
out. And the boys.
Alright, we'll say you can all get to the...
Is it raining?
Yeah,
Still?
it's
Okay.
currently a spring downpour.
Okay. Because, yeah, Belvin's literally only wearing pants.
He's got a shield.
He has his
This is full
shield.
like Captain America style, eh?
Yeah, a little bit at this point in time. I mean, he just picked pants up, put them on, and just ran out. So he has a shield and his sword and pants.
Yep. So
That's all.
Ikram doesn't actually exist yet. It's just so we can see.
Grim
Yeah.
doesn't exist.
He doesn't exist anywhere now.
Yeah. So Belvin will try to get out and assess the situation. I will use it will depend on how far my movement gets me, but I'll use my action to dash as well. To
I'm gonna say you can both get out in the causeway out there.
Yep.
Cool.
The lot of you. So as you come around the corner, you can see it flying up in the air is Casimir. Across from him is this draconic being, more infernal in shape and form than Antis' and a much more sinister, elongated arms to like a sickened sense, carved with infernal runes and wielding two wicked-edged scimitars.
Okay. Was that with my normal
Wait, what
movement?
colour?
Black scales.
Black, sorry. Cool.
And what? Did I end up using just my movement to get out this far? Or did I
Movement
have
and
to...
action.
I did. You did
Yes.
count that. Okay. Cool.
But with the shooting light shining, illuminates the area to light them up completely.
Cool. And how on the wall? How did Christoph go?
Christoph went well until Casimir intervened, and you can see that there are two human-sized boxes around between him, and he's
Right.
just standing there with a crossbow, looking up to Casimir and to this infernal dragon creature, just like.
Does Belvin see us up in the air?
Yeah, you do. In the rain, this is pouring down. The shielding light as well, especially, and since there's a torch there on the wall, you can see him.
Yeah. Okay.
In front of you, Casimir,
Mm-hmm.
the other source of the flapping of the wings becomes visible, brandishing a great sword with a wicked edge to it. Serrated at its tip, much larger than the black-scaled one, is an infernal-looking, elongated-limbed, white, infernal creature. Massive white head crest with white whiskers, dreadlocks, hair, some form of it, with a massive haunched form. Looks at you and then looks at Belvin. You see the black-scaled one puts the blade out in front of the white-scaled one. Next time! As the white-scaled one goes to open a dimension door.
I would have my reaction back, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I counter spell at 4th level?
You can counterspell at 4th level.
Okay.
With that one falls apart. And the white-scaled one, this horrific, infernal-looking being, just roars at you in more of a scream, if anything. That kind of chills you to your bones in its panic, and it's this as she cries out just in frustration. You see that
Say smugly, like, you've just arrived. Why leave so quickly?
Because you are not dead yet. And the black scale one, while grabbing onto the white scaled one, fall through another dimension door.
Everybody's a spellcaster.
As you are left there in the rain, the simulacrum does a beautiful job in gathering up and protecting the rest of Riverguard from the cultists out in the town, along with some of the guards as well. You have captured these ones you've contained as well. Uranus comes running up. He's bloodied and bruised. He said, "Two are down on the west wall. We got the bastards. All right, everyone, sound off." And Kristoff just goes and accidentally fires his crossbow bolt that tings just to the left of Casimir's head, and he just
damn it, Kristoff.
He just drops his bow and just. I'm not ready for this.
Belvin's just gonna continue running and go towards the forest, because that was the last direction that Ikram, like you saw Ikram going to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only person he knows is not close by.
Kaz would try and meet up with Antis and Ota and ask them to sort of take charge here to look after the people, because he's going to go look for Ikram as well. Because he heard a loud thump over there before.
Yeah, she'll ask Odo to sort of scramble around, and she'll fly up and look over and see if anyone's in dire straits. She'll leave Helm with Ota, since everything seems to be calmer now.
Yep, so there's also a couple of fires just off in the distance that you are able to assist in putting out as well with your frost magic.
Yep.
But you do have charge of Riverguard for the moment. Running as quick as you can and trying to scramble over the walls as you head towards the forest.
To aid Belvin in his run, he will cast Expeditious Retreat on himself as well.
Okay.
To get through this forest quicker.
Indeed. Just bear with me again. As you make your way over the wall, heading as fast as you can, bearing towards the forest. You do make your way in and through there, heading towards the tree Casimir that Ikram was raised under before. As you can see that there are 4 squashed corpses on the ground. You then follow the blood and large tracks left by a massive creature, to then in the distance seeing a glimmer of silver as you approach. The large massive silver then disappears and shrinks into a smaller form, to which you can then see Ella standing next to the deceased and mortally wounded form of Ikram Walker.
How long has it been since he's died?
He has been dead probably a minute.
Oh, is it? I have Revivify.
That's on purpose.
Is it just over a minute?
Let's see who's faster. Who's faster? I'm gonna roll a d20.
I clicked the button first. That's why I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Ikram.
What?
Oh,
Hey.
Literally. Your eyes open, just say what to a panicked Belvin and
Oh my god. Oh, I was sleeping. Fuck.
Permanently.
For fuck's sake, Ikram.
come now. It's very lucky that I happen to be in the area. I think we should go back inside.
Alright.
Maybe should.
I would definitely remember what happened, wouldn't I?
Belvin,
Yeah,
do
you
you
remember
mind-
everything.
Okay.
Do you mind?
And would I know that
helping
Belvin
him
was the
then?
one that saved me,
Yeah.
or that?
No.
I'm just waiting till the queue. I'm like,
you just woke up.
I will pick Ikram up and pretty much bridal
I will-
carry
I
him.
will-
Princess?
Yeah, I'll take the bridal carry. Fuck yeah.
Aw.
While Belvin's just no shirt on, dripping.
Yeah. I was be like,
Dripping
oh,
wet.
My
man.
hero.
As you return to Riverguard with your hero in tow, you gather into the hall as Antis has gathered everyone through, has put together a very quick, within that minute, just regimented system. Antis. You see coming back down the main corridor, main thoroughfare of the keep, is a very beaten up Ikram being carried by Belvin.
I was
Casimir.
nestled in there too.
He is nestled. He is just like
I am comfortable.
Really passed out.
with Ella
She-
following.
She's just gonna look to Ota and just go, okay, they're fine. And she's distressed. She'll just continue leading everyone. She's not gonna rush up and overwhelm anyone. She'll just let them come.
So I'm passed out. So
Yeah.
And with that, as the first spark of dawn begins to rise, we will end tonight's session.
so magical.
Not expected
Yeah.
that kind of game tonight.
Yeah, that got
Already
hectic.
had a lot on our plate.
I was thinking this was more going to be discussion time.
Well, we
I
had
think
to
it-
get one
that was a
person
good
here
surprise.
to discuss.
I dug it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it was good. It was a surprise for sure.
Yeah, got a couple of things in the air.
Still salty they just sneak into our keep though.
Well, I mean, you can make me an intelligence check if you want.
Oh, I will next.
Nah, let him be salty.
No,
it
no,
could be-
no. It's fine. Next session we'll sort it out.
Exactly.
Wait, look.
I will write a
obviously-
letter telling you.
It
how
obviously
angry I
means
am.
Casimir hasn't, been up to scratch with his magical defenses of the keep. Obviously.
Mate, it sounds like your guards aren't
Make
doing
sure
their job.
Belvin. Make sure you tell Belvin that.
Hey,
Look, Riverguard has had a lot of foot traffic.
Who was on guard duty today? Christoph.
Christoph.
He was on Christoph. He's getting a pay cut for sure.
he literally only just started too, so.
First day on the job. He's already fucked up.
Pay cut.
Look, to be brutally honest, I was really hoping to inflict a bit more damage onto Belvin and to Casimir. But you know what? We got to see the full extent of how powerful an illusion wizard is, because how many people
Don't
did...
fuck with a wizard at home.
Yeah. Even though they tried to assassinate you first. How many did you just wrap up? Let's see. So that a ton... Let's see.
Like 10, 12?
Yeah, 12. Just, but you got 6, like, no, not even 6. Like, you got like 8 at once. Just locked
Yep.
them in. Damn, done. Busted out. There you go.
Pretty good.
Mirage Arcane and an Illusion Wizard. Oof, don't even start.
It's pretty much taking on a dragon in their lair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's Casimir's lair basically.
Hence why I had to showcase this with an attack at home.
Mm.
You've been
Ikram
wanting to
in
do
his forest. I did. I was just like, oh, here we go.
I like the show you did of the 2 dragon beans though.
Mm,
I recognized both of them.
Esmir.
Yes.
And...
The other one?
No, I didn't recognize the white one.
It's
Yeah.
more than likely Talus.
Ah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
she fucked now.
Anyway, next time on Dragons Brew D&D,
She.
Which is not next week.
it is
The
definitely
week after.
not next week, but catch us the week after for the, I believe it is the first weekend in the first Wednesday in, yes, so the first Wednesday in May, which will be the 6th, it will be Dragons Brew D&D, episode 111, 111. Bring it on. Until then, friends, foes, and familiars, you can catch me on Torswar's channel as I play Vidar Lycran, who is slowly melting away in all sense of the meaning, and I literally mean that. He is...
What did you do?
Can relate, bro.
Okay, so he's trying to forge a bond with a new pact on a with a sentient sword by the name of Ryan Talia.
Ryan Talia.
And
Yep.
he has to go through this little ordeal where he has to run a gauntlet of a video game level equivalent, and each time he fails he loses maximum in hit points. I'm very curious what happens when he
He's
gets
like
to
a
zero.
little lap rat.
Well, if he gets to 0, he would die, right?
Exactly, but that's not going to be the end there.
Oh no!
Or is it?
Exactly.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, Vidar is fine. Vidar is fine. Anyway, catch us later. So just remember, it is trying times at the moment. So be kind, be cool, and
Stay at home and play D&D.
Wash your hands.
wash your hands, stay home, play D&D, social distance as much as you can, and please, for the love of God, don't go outside. Just take a page out of the book of Shaun of the Dead and just go to the wind, stay at home, and wait for this to all blow over and come up to it. Keep rolling 20s, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
I rolled an 11.
It's above average.
That's nice.